So in this section, we'll learn more about variables. There are three types of variables in Solidity: local, state, and global. Local variables are declared inside a function but are not stored on the blockchain. State variables are declared outside a function but they are stored on the blockchain. And global variables provide us information about the blockchain itself. Okay, now we'll go through the example code here. We have three variables being declared here: text, num, and I. Text is a string type variable which has a value of hello. Num is a uint type variable which has a value of 123. And I is also a uint variable having a value of 456. These two variables are state variables. They will be stored on the blockchain state, but I is not a state variable, it's a local variable. So it can't be accessed outside of the smart contract. And then we have two global variables here called timestamp and sender. Timestamp contains the value of the current block timestamp. We can access it using block.timestamp. And address contains the value of message.sender, which basically gives us the address of the calling person or the contract or the account. Let's try it out on Remix. So we have our contract loaded here. We'll compile it as usual. We get some warnings of unused local variable. We are getting this because we are declaring some variables, but we are not using them. So these are general warnings. We can safely avoid them. I'll go here and I'll deploy the smart contract. We see that a smart contract is deployed. We'll see the value of num. We can access it. The value of text, we can also access that because both of these are stored in the blockchain, but we cannot access the value of I or timestamp or sender. Okay, so now I'll show you how you can get these values. You can actually see these values. So I'll do this. So I'll modify this declaration slightly. I'll take this here and I'll also take this here. So I made these state variables and now I'll create function get timestamp. I'll make it public so we can access it, and then we can say that timestamp is equal to block dot timestamp. We'll also do another function get sender public, and we'll do sender is equal to message dot sender. Okay, so we have updated our smart contract. Now let's compile the contract and we deploy it. So now you see that, okay, we are not able to see it because we haven't made these variables public. So we'll compile it again and we'll delete this instance and we'll deploy another instance. So we have deployed another instance and we can see that now we have made these two variables public. So we are able to access it here. We'll see that the value of num is 123. The value of sender is 0, which is the default value of any address. Text is hello because we have already set it. And timestamp is 0 because the default value of uint 256 is always 0. Now we'll do get timestamp. Transaction ran out of gas. Okay, let me try this another time. Okay. Hmm. Because I think since we are using a VM, we are not able to get the timestamp, but get sender is working fine. So since we called get sender, our sender value should be same as the account address we are using here, which is 0x5bc4. So let's check. Yes, we have the same address 0x5bc4. I'm not sure why this is not working. Most likely this is since we are using a VM, that's why this is not working. But yeah, so this is how the variables work on Solidity.